Hey guys, Helen Hart Smith here again from the Heart of the Witch's Path YouTube channel. Hope you're having a good day. It's a book review day, do. I love a good book review day. I don't exactly know where that came from, but thank you. So, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you probably know that I recently finished a fictional story that has a little bit of witchy content, and I asked folks if they wanted me to do a review of this book, and there was some positive feedback on that. So here I am to do a book review on this cat right here. So this is The Witch's Kind by Louisa Morgan, and this is a book that I just picked up in January. So bought it and read it like rather quickly. This book is copyright 2019, and there is just under 470 pages in this guy. So it's a bit of a chunky book, but don't let that intimidate you whatsoever, because the text in this was very decent sized, and I was able to read this book rather quickly. And I am not a fast reader by any stretch, so don't feel like, you know, a big whopping book like this is something you'll never get through. Not a problem whatsoever. So this is a really cute little story. So this, I'm going to try to give you some details that might inspire you to actually read the book without giving too much away. So this story kind of bounces back and forth between 2 and sometimes 3 different time periods. The story centers on a woman named Barry-Ann Blythe. I love that name. It's so cool. So Barry-Ann Blythe and her aunt Charlotte, they're kind of like at the center of this particular story. And when I say that it's bouncing around, it's not like it's going from like the 1950s to the Middle Ages and then into the future. When I'm saying that it bounces between times, it's basically from like 1938, I think it is, to 1947. And so Barry-Ann comes of age, so to speak, in a world just before World War II. And so the story kind of details her life growing up, how her parents died, and how Charlotte came to raise her. And it goes into her college years, where she meets a man and marries him, and he then goes off to fight in World War II. And then we get a look at her life post World War II and what happens there. It's a cute story, and it kind of left an ending that I'm kind of hoping that Louisa Morgan goes back to. It's a cute little world that we have here, and there is a little bit of witchy content spin to the story, if you will. Now, you're not going to get like some full-on magic like you would get in a Discovery of Witches, say. The powers of the magical powers that happen within this book are subtle, but they're powerful and they're helpful to these particular women. And so I would have to say that while this wasn't completely like an earth-shattering novel for me, like a Discovery of Witches was, I think that it was a very enjoyable story, and it's definitely one that I would suggest. It's available in softcover now. Let's see, the softcover book was $16.99. It's not a bad price for the content and the size. So I would honestly give this a very solid 4 out of 5 brooms. It wasn't a whoa, but it was a very entertaining, and I got what I wanted out of it, you know. Yeah, it's a nice little story that I'm really hoping that she goes back to. And she does have a couple of other novels out that some of you out there have suggested to me that you had read those. And A Secret History of Witches is one. And I believe that takes place like in the 30s. And so I'm intrigued to check that one out. I feel like Louisa Morgan did a great job of capturing the time period and the things that were happening societally in the 1940s, the late 1930s. And so I think she did a great job doing her research, so to speak. So I would highly recommend this. Give it a shot. I will put a link to Amazon down below, but of course I always suggest that you check out your independent booksellers and purchase from them. It's great to keep, it's essential to keep small business alive, especially during these times of economic uncertainty. But I will put a link in the description box. I believe this is available in Kindle, and that will, of course, be part of that link as well. So I hope that you found this little review interesting and helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you come back, trying to plan some fun videos, and so I hope you come and check those out with me. There will be links in the description box for all kinds of social media for both myself and for Kathy. But I want to know too, have you read this book? What do you think of The Witch's Kind? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Did you get out of it what you expected? Let me know in the comments below. That's going to be it for this video today. Thank you so much for taking the time to walk the path for a little while with me. And until next time, blessed be.